Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Okay, now we want to learn together about material acid and base. But before I start this material, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Annisa Ria and you can call me Annisa. I'm from Class C, Chemistry Education 2020 and from University of 11 Maret Surakarta, and my number is 9. Okay, in this video we have 4 material topic can be discussed together. There are a definition about acid and base, second of characteristic of acid, third is characteristic of base, and last is acid and base theory. Yeah, the first is definition about acid and base. I think before I start this presentation, I would like to ask you what the definition about acid and what the definition about base. And I think that your answer exactly acid has sour taste and base has bitter taste. But yeah, that's right. It is a characteristic of acid and base. But what the definition about acid and base? Okay, acid is a substance which product ion hydrogen or H+ in solution, and the base is a substance which produce iron hydroxide or OH- in solution. Okay, this is a definition about acid and base. So guys, jangan keliru lagi mengartikan sebuah asam dan basa itu sendiri. Okay, after we learn together about the definition about acid and base, now we learn together and we must know what the characteristic of acid. So first is exactly acid has sour taste, and we can find it in vinegar, orange, tomatoes, and many more. And the second, the characteristic of acid, the acid can make metal rust or it damage corrosive to metal. And the third, turns blue litmus paper to red, or when we use the red litmus paper, the litmus paper still red. And the last is conducts heat, and when dissolved it produce hydrogen ions or H+. Okay, after we know the characteristic of acid, now we must know too about the characteristic of base. So, what the characteristic of base? First is bitter taste. Base has a bitter taste, and we can find it in a salt, baking soda, usual medicine, and many more. And the second is feels slippery when in contact with the skin and is caustic, which can damage the skin. And third, turns red litmus paper to blue, or when we use blue litmus paper, the blue litmus paper still blue. And the fourth is produce an electric current, and when dissolved will produce of OH- ions. Okay, after we know about the definition and the characteristic of acid and base, now we learn together about the acid and base theory. And then there are 3 features can give opinion about the acid and base. So, which the feature can have about the acid and base theory? So this is 3 features about acid and base theory. There are Arrhenius, Bronsted, Lowry, and Lewis. So, acid and base theory, it is according to Arrhenius, according to Bronsted-Lowry, and according to Lewis. Okay, first we study together about the Arrhenius theory. The Arrhenius theory of acid and base was put forward by the Swedish Sven Arrhenius in 1884, making it the first theory to classify compounds into acid and base. Reporting from Cambridge, according to Arrhenius, an acid is a substance that produces hydrogen ions or H+ in solution, while base is a substance that produces hydroxide ion or OH- in solution. An example of acid and base, acid is HCl or hydrochloric acid, can produce H+ plus chloride minus, and the base the example of natrium oxide or NaOH, and this is NaOH can produce Na plus or natrium plus OH- or hydroxide ions. And the Arrhenius theory, the axis is first capable differential nature acid and base in the water because extends H+ ion and OH-, and the weakness first not cold explain nature acid and for substance which no on H+ or OH-, and second when water enter in equality reaction no there is change water inside it. So this is about Arrhenius theory. Okay, after knows about the Arrhenius theory, now is the second figure is Bronsted-Lowry. And the Bronsted-Lowry say the definition of an acid according to the Bronsted-Lowry is a substance that can donate or donor a proton, while a base is a substance that can accept or donor accept a proton. Dan di sini adalah contoh dari asam basa menurut Bronsted-Lowry. Nah, dari contoh yang pertama adalah HCOOH ditambah dengan H2O menjadi HCOO- ditambah dengan H3O+. Nah, di sini HCOOH berperan sebagai asam dan HCOO- berperan sebagai basa konjugasinya. Nah, hal ini HCOOH dikatakan asam karena HCOOH ini dia memiliki H lebih dari HCOO- ini. Jadi H di HCOOH ini bisa didonorkan untuk HCOO- itu sendiri sehingga HCOOH dinamakan sebagai asam. Nah, sedangkan untuk yang H2O ini juga seperti alasan yang tadi bahwa H2O ini berperan sebagai basa dan H3O plusnya berperan sebagai asam konjugasinya, di mana H3O plus ini memiliki H yang lebih banyak daripada H2O sehingga H3O plus mampu memberikan donor proton atau H plus kepada H2O begitu. Nah, untuk contoh yang kedua adalah NH3 ditambah dengan H2O menjadi NH4+ ditambah dengan OH-. Nah, NH3 sendiri ini berperan sebagai basa dan NH4+ berperan sebagai asam konjugasinya, di mana NH4+ ini dapat memberikan donor protonnya kepada NH3. Dan untuk H2O ini berperan sebagai asam dan OH- berperan sebagai basa konjugasinya. Nah, H2O ini dapat memberikan donor proton kepada OH- sehingga H2O dan OH- ini bisa dikatakan sebagai pasangan asam basa konjugasi. Seperti yang di atas bahwa H2O dan H3O ini juga bisa dikatakan sebagai pasangan asam basa konjugasi. Okay, after we know about the Arrhenius and the Bronsted-Lowry theory, now it is the last figure that has opinion about acid and base. Acid, thing to Lewis is a substance or compound which could accept couple electron free from substance or compound others for shape bonds new, and the base is a substance or compound which could donate couple electron free from substance or compound others for shape bonds new. And the opinion from Lewis, reaction acid and base Lewis occur if there is base which do not couple the electrons and acid which accept couple electron for the shape bond new, and product which occur from reaction acid base Lewis called with compound complex or adduct, and bond which occur is bond covalent coordination. And this is example from opinion Lewis. NH3 NH3 gives up its lone pair of electrons to the BF3 molecules. According to this theory, NH3 acts as a base because it donates a lone pair electron, and BF3 acts as an acid because it accepts a lone pair electron from NH3. And the electron pair previously shared by the nitrogen atoms is now shared by nitrogen and boron to form B-N bond. In the formation of the compound coordination, covalent bond occurs. After the acid-base theory and knows about definition and characteristic acid and base, now we learn together about the HSAB. What is the HSAB? HSAB concept or HSAB concept is an acronym for hard, soft acids and base, commonly known as persons, acid and base. HSAB is used in chemistry to describe stability of the compounds. Reaction mechanism hard indicates a small species and has high charge. Charge criteria apply to acid and low polarity. And HSAB is a theory that explains the hardness of an acid and base. Draft this determines the strength of a metal ion, but again, this concept is different from strong and weak acid, as in general acid-base definition. Okay, and then is a hard acid-base requirements is hard. Okay, first is small atomic radius. Second, high oxidation number. Third, the polarity is low, and the fourth is high electronegativity. And the example of hard acid and base. The example of hard acid first is NH+, Na+, Li+, K+, Ti4+, Cl3+, Cr6+, BF3, R3C+. And the example of hard base is OH-, OR-, F-, Cl-, NH3, CH3COO-, N2H4, CO3 2-. Nah, itu tadi adalah contoh-contoh dari asam keras dan basa keras. Dan tadi adalah syarat dari asam basa keras itu sendiri. Okay, after we know the hard acid and base, now is soft acid and base requirements is there are first atomic radius, second low oxidation number, third the polarity is high, and the fourth low electronegativity. And this is about the example acid, soft acid, and the example base, soft base. And the first is the example soft acid. There are Hg2+, Pt4+, Pd2+, Ag+, BH3, dan AO+. Sedangkan contoh dari basa lunak itu sendiri adalah H-, Rs-, I-, PR3, SCN+, SCN-, CO, dan C6H6. Okay, and this is a HSAB theory. First, according to the HSAB principle, a hard acid will interact with a hard base to form complex, as well as a weak acid with a strong base to form a complex. Interaction hard acid and hard base is an ionic interaction, while a weak acid is an ionic interaction with a weak base the interaction is more covalent. And the second, the HSAB concept can explain the stability of compounds. This concept is also used in qualitative rather than quantitative context, which helps to know the main factor or occurrent chemical reaction, especially in transition metals. Soft acid react faster with soft base and form strong bonds, whereas strong acid react more quickly and form strong bonds with strong base. And the third, strong acids and strong base tend to have small atoms or ionic radius, high oxidation state, low polarity, and high electronegativity. And whereas soft acids and base tend to have large atoms, low oxidation state, and low electronegativity. And the acid-base hard acid usually form ionic bonds, while soft acid and base form covalent bonds. And the hardness of an acid base is measured to determine the tendency for change to occur, formation, or form. Okay, this is the end of this video. This is enough for me. Thank you for your attention and thank you for watching this video. I hope this video can have benefit for you to more knows about the acid and base theory. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you guys.